everyone, welcome back to Black Moon Coven. So today on my channel we are going to be making a psychic spell sachet. So before we get into our little magical craft, I would like to kind of sponsor another little Amino community and tell you guys about that, and hopefully everyone will join. So the link will be down in the description below, but it's the Broom Closet Witch Amino. So typically the word broom closet will imply secrecy, a hidden practice, baby witches, that sort of thing. However, this is an amino for everyone to come and share their practices. We welcome all witches to come and share. It's a safe space for all witches to come share their practice, their craft, and whatever they are working on. It's run by great people, myself included. So the link will be down in the description below. Come and join the Broom Closet Amino to talk to me personally or see some of my awesome posts. So for our Psychic Power Sachet, you are going to need a piece of black fabric. Now you can use any type of black fabric. You could use satin, cotton, flannel, a piece of an old sock, really. It doesn't matter as long as it's big enough to hold all of your things inside of it, and it kind of associates the color of power and dominance for you. Now that's the reason I use black. To me, it's a color that is very powerful and dominant and outspoken, so that's kind of what I use my black fabric for. Next, you're going to need a magnet. Now don't go out into the store specifically to buy a magnet. That's really useless and wasteful. Go to your fridge and see any magnets that are kind of cheapy. You could pry them apart. You could get a little magnet stone off of. You can use those laminated magnets and just cut it up. You only need a small amount of magnet. Now, why are we using magnets? It's because magnets attract things to each other. So they kind of pull in that energy that we need. Next, you're going to need an amethyst crystal. Now, you don't need an amethyst crystal. You can use clear quartz, you could use bones, you could use charms, whatever kind of resonates that psychic awareness, that psychic power for you. I just happen to have some amethyst laying around, so I'm going to use it in my power sachet. Really try to make it your own. So all these ingredients can be substituted for something else. As long as you feel like you got your point across, use it. So next, I drew a little sigil. And this sigil kind of means to me that my third eye is open and aware. So this is the kind of sigil that I came up with. Now, please try to make your own. However, if you do want to use mine, go ahead. However, please try to make your own, because sigils, you know, their power comes from creation. So it'll work a lot better for you to make your own sigil. So we are going to be putting that in the sachet. Now the herbal ingredients are as follows. You are going to need some thyme, some lemongrass, some bay leaves, chamomile, mandrake root. Be very careful how you use this stuff because it is toxic. We're just going to put a dry piece of root inside of a sachet. That's totally fine. However, try not to ingest any mandrake. That would be very, very bad for you. Mugwort, anise star, and lavender. And also a little piece of black string. You don't need too much. This is a no-sew type of project, so you are not going to be needing a needle and thread. This is going to be a very easy type of sachet. And I'm also going to be putting this little pentagram little charm that I have on the outside. Totally optional. You don't have to do that. So the very first thing that I am going to do is I lit a candle kind of for cleansing the space. You kind of want to be in a nice headspace when you do this kind of sachet. And I have a rosemary stick, and what I'm going to be doing is just cleansing my little area that I'm going to be working on. And also what we're going to be doing is cleansing the fabric that we are going to be working with. Now, if you can't do this for whatever reason, if you are in the broom closet, just have some salt water and you could just dab it on some of the things. It's not a big deal. We're going to cleanse the sigil, the magnet, little amethyst crystal, and the herbal components that we have. And anything else that you want to add into your sachet. Okay, so we're just going to have that rosemary kind of burning. Now, I use rosemary. But you can use whatever you want to cleanse your space. If you use sage or whatever else. So To begin, you're going to put your solid ingredients in first. So you're going to put your magnet, your amethyst, and your sigil folded towards you. 3 times, 4 times, whatever is like a good mystical number for you. I do it 3 times, and I put that into the center of my sachet. Next, I'm going to be taking my herbal components, a little bit of thyme, some lavender. You only need a pinch. A star anise. Now, when I pick my star anise, I like to pick whole ones because they look so pretty. It's like a nice little star, so I like to just pick 1 or 2, however many you want to put in there. We're going to take some lemongrass, put that in there, some mugwort, again, you only need a pinch. And a lot of these herbs you can substitute for something else, or you can use a completely different herb. It's really up to you. Some chamomile, just to relax the mind a bit. Mandrake root. We're only going to use just a bit. So I'm going to just break off a tiny piece of this root, put it in there. And last but very not least is your bay leaves. This is a great time to use some of those crushed up bay leaves. I usually put 3 in my spell sachet. You can do a lot more. It really all depends. So now you have all of your herbs in the center of your sachet. Now, like I said, this is going to be a no sewing project. You're going to take the corners of your spell sachet and bring them together. And then take those corners, so now you have a little, and then take those corners and bring those together. So basically all of the herbs and everything are encased inside. And you're gonna wanna twist off the top a little bit. Take your black string, whatever color you have to associate to whatever, and wrap it around the sachet. You can do it multiple times. You can knot it a specific way. Really make it your own. So I like to do 3 knots whenever I like to do any knot type of spell work. I feel like 3 knots really solidifies it for me. But again, feel free to do whatever you want. So I'm going to do about 3 knots. And then I'm going to add my little charm. Again, this part is totally optional. You don't have to add a charm onto your sachet if you don't want to. But there we go. So now we have a little spell sachet. So you can put this on your altar, you could keep it with you, you could put it in your bag, you could do whatever you want to do with it. However, it's not enough just to put herbs into a little bundle and that's it, you're done with it, okay? You have now given life to this little magical object. We are going to be cleansing it. So again, if you can't do this, put it in a little bit of salt. We're going to be cleansing it. And charging it. So you can leave it out in the moonlight, in the sunlight, whatever you like to do, and you have to feed it. Now, this is a kind of new concept. Well, not new in the terms of practice, but however, a new concept that a lot of people are not really familiar with is that you have to feed your spell sachets, you have to feed your poppets, you have to feed things so that it will work for you, just like charging it in a way. So charge it up, bless it so it could work for you, and then you are going to feed it. Now, feeding means put a little bit of moon water on the ends of these little strings to kind of feed your sachet. Now, this could be moon water, this could be wine, this could be any type of whiskey, rum, cologne, anything like that. Now, again, this is specific to practice, so you don't have to feed your spell sachets. That's something that I just started to do, and it kind of makes the magic last a little longer if you feed it and care for it. So there we go. We have a little psychic spell sachet ready to go. I'm going to be placing this on my altar. And again, every full moon, charge it up, feed it, do whatever you want. So that is the end of my video. Hopefully everyone enjoyed, and join the community that we talked about. The link will be down in the description below. Follow me on all of my social media, and until next time, have a lovely rest of your day.